Hey friends, real quick, be careful with using the word never. A lot of times we'll judge somebody else's situation and say, I would never do that. That would never be me. I could never. My partner could never. My kids would never. Like stuff like that. And that'd be the very thing that you be tested on. That'd be the very thing that you speak into existence into your own life. Because since you said that you would never do it and you're so confident and you know that you would never do something or you would never approach a situation in a certain way, God would allow that same test to come to you. And it's not going to be in a way where, like, if you're judging a friend or somebody on social media or something, it's not going to be in the same way that they may have done it. Like maybe somebody stay in a marriage where their partner was cheating on them and they've only been married for a couple of years. God will let it be where that same thing could happen to you, but it can be 20 years later. And then what? Then you'll probably end up staying because you love that person, and maybe it was something that you guys can work through, or maybe you've grown into a different maturity where you feel like this is something that's not a deal breaker for me. Again, I'm not condoning it, but I hear a lot of women speak like that, like, oh, it's not a deal breaker anymore, like, especially if it's like a one-time thing or whatever. To each his own. But I have learned to be cautious of using the word never, because in a lot of situations when I use the word never, things come about, like situations come up that I feel like, oh my goodness, I said I would never do this, I would never say that, I would never visit this place, I would never, you know what I'm saying? And it's like stuff comes up, and it doesn't always have to be bad. You can say, I would never go back to school, because that was one of my things I kept saying. After I got my bachelor's, I said I would never go back to school. Student loan debt is ridiculous. Just all the discipline for going to school and trying to work and things like that was ridiculous. And I don't know, I started having doubt after I was unable to get a job on the bachelor's level, and I said I would never go back to school. Your girl went back to school. So we just have to be mindful and careful of the things that we say, especially when it comes to judging people in their situations, because the very thing that you say that you would never go through or that would never happen to you be one of the things or the main thing that comes into your life. It's like you kind of speak it into existence, if that makes sense. But I don't know, I was just something I was thinking of. I just see a lot of people, you know, being judgmental on other people's lives. For one, that's their life. And for two, you know, we don't know what we would do in a certain situation. We don't know. And we don't know how we will respond to things when we're in the heat of the moment, or when something has come up that has triggered us, or that has challenged our morals or whatever. I just wanted to say, just be careful with that, because we just don't know. Everything that I said I would never do has been introduced to me in some kind of way, whether I pass the test or not. It's been introduced to me, and so just be careful with it. And remember, we don't know what we're capable of. We don't know relations or certain situations may bring about that may make us change our mind or do something that we did not think 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago that we would do. So just a little nugget of my advice for you today. But y'all be blessed, and remember, God loves you, I love you, and you should be loving yourself. Bye.